Southern. Number 18, Brian Gunderson. 72, Nathan Joubert. 51, Ali Deschamps. 33, Daniel Brody. Number 3, Benjamin Shoyas. Number 60, Rafael Diaz. Number 88, Christopher Domenico. Number 89, Andre Vigo. 27, Yannick Herron. Number 7, Benoit Jagger. Number 29.
What a goal! Oh my goodness! What an attempt that is! And the pocket flag and they score!
Richard Moskowicz. 43, Patryk Majer. 55, Matt Mackenzie. 16, Andrew Logan. 25, William Rakucy. 84, Jon Eskalainen. 98, Andrzej Kowiak. Číslo 48, Daniel Gakulic. 24, Tomáš Zwigo. 97, Miroslav Weislinger. 49, Samuel Takáč. Číslo 3, Martin Schneider. 44, Juraj Bala. 81, Jakub Suker. 89, Adam Bezda. Číslo 27, Tomáš Matošek. Číslo 8, Michal Sarsen. 70, Michal Beno. Číslo 70, Adam Loboší. Číslo 19, Milan Kytnár. 12, Jakub Urbánek. Hlavním trenérem domácího týmu je Robert Deme. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's
Well, where else would you rather be on a Saturday night in Slovakia? Nepola Arena, the site for more Group F action, game day 4 of this Champions Hockey League tournament. I'm Johnny Wincott, glad you can hop aboard as Fribourg-Gottéron and Slovan Bratislava ready to meet for the second time in just 6 days. The Dragons winners last Sunday and still unblemished in this CHL tournament. 3 games, 3 regulation wins. Meanwhile, there you see the home team, Slovan Bratislava, playing their second game at home in the last 3 nights, still in search of their first ever CHL victory. On Thursday night, a 4-2 loss against Leksins for Slovan Bratislava. 3 games, 3 regulation losses for the CHL newcomers. We take a peek at Slovan Bratislava's starting lineup. It will be Krister Gudlevskis, the quote-unquote top goaltender for this team from Slovakia, who will get the nod. He has made 95 saves in this tournament. Take it however way you'd like it. 95 saves, the most in the tournament. He's faced more shots than anybody else. He's played 2+ games. Did not start against Fribourg-Gottéron. Had to replace Samuel Clavai in the first period. Connor Hughes will get the start again for Fribourg-Gottéron. He will spell the veteran Reto Berra, who picked up the win on Thursday night. Fribourg-Gottéron, one of just 2 teams in this CHL tournament to play 3 games and win all 3 in regulation. The only other team with 9 points. They happen to be in Group F. That's Leksins. They're taking on Asalari Ternets right now, looking to keep that undefeated streak alive. So out of Group F, at the beginning of the day, you've got the 2 teams with 9 points, Fribourg-Gottéron and Leksins, and the 2 teams still in search of their first points, Asalari Ternets and Slovan Bratislava. The Dragons on their respective blue line, the Eagles of Slovan Bratislava, being led out now by Krister Gudlevskis, the Latvian netminder. The Eagles will take their respective place on their blue lines and will step aside for today's pregame ceremonies. It'll feature the Champions Hockey League anthem, followed by both the Swiss and Slovakian national anthem. So let's do it from Bratislava, Slovakia, Game 4 on game day number 4 here in the Champions Hockey League. All smiles so far for the captain, Michael Serson, 4 games away from becoming the all-time games played leader for Slovan Bratislava. He embraces with the respective captain, David Desharnais. Our referees today are Peter Strano and Marek Zak. Our linesmen, Ludovic Soltes and Simon Sinek. Kristers Gudlevskis gets the nod. We noted in the open, 95 saves in this CHL campaign already, and that only comes from 2 starts. Last week when they took on Fribourg-Gottéron, he replaced Samuel Havai about 14 minutes into the first period, allowed 2 goals the rest of the way. Connor Hughes, meanwhile, his lone start was against Slovan Bratislava. Smooth sailing for the 24-year-old Canadian netminder, made 20 saves on 22 shots on goal. 6'4", 225 pounds, big netminder. Robert Derma, the Slovan Bratislava head coach and former Pittsburgh Penguins draft pick, dueled up again against Christian Dubé, the 1995 NHL draft pick by the New York Rangers. Dubé's team yet to lose. They've won all 3 in regulation. It's been the opposite on the other end for the home team, Slovan Bratislava. They've played 3 games. They've lost all 3 in regulation. Now with Fribourg comfortable in the standings right now, on today's lineup sheet, no Kylian Motet listed, no Julian Sprunger, who's typically the captain and why David Desharnais is wearing the C, and no Philippe Führer. You will see Benjamin Chavaya and Gaetan Jobin making their first appearance at the CHL as we are underway in Bratislava, and just 15 seconds in, icing. Meanwhile, for Slovan Bratislava, mostly similar faces, but number 70, Adam Lukovic, and number 90, Miroslav Preisinger in the lineup today for Robert Derma's club. Face off in Slovan's offensive zone, won by the home team. Shot towards the net, glove down, rebound in front. Early offensive chance here for Slovan Bratislava. 4-2 loss for Bratislava on Thursday night. Fell into an early 2-0 hole just 4 minutes into the first period. Jaskalainen carries into the near corner. Double teamed in the trapezoid, dispossessed. Fribourg-Gottéron moving from left to right here in Slovakia, sporting their road white uniforms. Slovan in the home navy blues, moving from right to left across your monitor. Christian Dubé, 33 games played in his NHL career, 53 for that man, Robert Derma. Both successful players and very much successful coaches now in their post-playing career. Another face-off win by Bratislava. Jakob Sukol battling behind the net. Work to the point. From the far corner to the trapezoid. Fribourg-Gottéron emerges from behind the net. Winners for the 3rd consecutive game on Thursday, 4-3 over Asolari. A back-and-forth contest. They allowed 3 goals in the first. They scored 3 goals in the second. And the game winner came 2 minutes into the 3rd period. Rafael Diaz, the veteran defenseman. As noted, the captain, Julian Sprunger, not listed on today's official game sheet. The captain had 2 goals both in the second period for Fribourg, aiding in that 4-goal comeback on Thursday night. Ping-pong puck. Jakob Urbanek skates after it, tries to keep it in the offensive zone. Fribourg controlling at neutral ice here in Game 4, Group F action. Top 2 teams will move on to the round of 16. 8 groups, 4 teams each. at the point. Wrist shot, missed the net. Heavy traffic in front of Kristers Godlewski's. Work to the trapezoid. Out in front, shot saved by Godlewski's. They bat around at the rebound, and it's poked into the near corner. May have been Sandro Schmid. Another effort, and Godlewski's eats it up. Right into the breadbasket of the Latvian netminder, who is really trying to pick up where he left off last week when he took on this team. That's Gaetan Jovan in his first start of the CHL. Point blank range opportunity. Godlewski's readying for really his first full season with Slovan Bratislava. Appeared in 7 games last year. Face-off win, slap shot blocked on the way through. A sprawling forward to all fours to make the stop for Slovan. That was an area of concern for them last week when these teams met. 19 block shots for Fribourg and only 8 for Bratislava. Slovan carries ahead, and they are offsides. Miroslav Preisinger, we noted, making his first start of the CHL. The 20-year-old forward. A couple of different faces in the lineup for Robert Derma. And some familiar faces not in the lineup today for Christian Dubé. Again, this team sitting pretty. One of just 2 teams in the tournament to have played 3 games and to have 9 points. And again, as noted, the other team right there with him in Group F, it's Leksand's. 3.5 minutes in. 2 shots on goal for each team. Slovan Bratislava in search of their first CHL win. Looking for a little home cooking here at Nepola Arena. Shot on goal, rebound shot at a wide open net. And it couldn't be put home. Mauro Jorg. We'll take another look at it. Initial shot from Di Domenico, and Jorg just fanned on it. That puck never left the ground, couldn't elevate. So without Julian Sprunger today, that breaks up what's been the top line in the CHL tournament for Fribourg-Gottéron. Bikov, Di Domenico, and Sprunger. Those 3 combined for 7 points in the win on Thursday night, 4-3 over Osalari. In fact, Sprunger, Di Domenico, and Mote, again, 2 of those 3 not in the lineup today. 5 points, tied for 3rd most in the CHL. Opportunity here, shot towards the net, does get there. It came off the stick of Chris Di Domenico, sporting the top scorer's uniform and some extracurriculars. Common occurrence last Sunday. Not necessarily the most physical matchup during the game, but after the whistles, these teams got at it. The power play was costly as well. These teams each scored power play goals on Sunday. Fribourg-Gottéron, not a team you want on the advantage if you're the opponent. They're operating at 56% in the CHL on the power play, 2nd best. It's a 32-team tournament. Theoretically, Slovan, really the last ones in. They occupy that 32nd and final wildcard spot, replacing the Belarusian champs, Unist Minsk. Slovan takes over in the neutral zone. Urbanic, looked like he tripped over the blue line. That allows Gottéron to come back through the neutral zone and dump in. David Desharnais chases after it, the NHL veteran. Turns, throws to the net. Nobody there in the receiving end. Five minutes in, first period. Nepola Arena, the site here in Bratislava. It's the final time that these 2 teams will meet in group play. Rafael Diaz, the game-winning goal scorer, controls. Now this is Sandro Schmid. Schmid, the 21-year-old from Switzerland, had the 3rd goal of the first period for Fribourg last week when these teams met. Dragons had a 3-0 lead after 20 minutes. poked ahead and chased after by Preisinger. Not much doing on the offensive side for Bratislava. Retreating into their own end, it's the defenseman Juraj Wallach. Patrick Meyer, dump and chase near side to far. Hughes out of his net, puts it on a tee for Dave Suter. A big-bodied, 6'5", 230-pound defenseman for the Dragons. Rossi. Opportunity again for Fribourg. Shot from the point. Picked up there by Steinach. The defenseman saved a goal last week when these two teams played. Sprunger looked to have had one. It was on the goal line and swept off. Slovan looking to counter the other way. 3-on-4. Skating against the grain, Jaskalainen. Good lead feed for the captain, Sirson. He dumps in behind the net. In the near corner, they battle 1-on-1. William Rapuzzi, Slovan's leader in minutes so far in the CHL, couldn't hold snug, and Fribourg controls nearly 7 minutes into the first period. Long lead feed is picked off in central ice. Can't be kept in by the defenseman Beno. And Fribourg has iced the puck with 13:04 remaining in the first period. Here's that last offensive opportunity for Fribourg, Ryan Gunderson. And that puck hit the top of the net off a deflection. Gunderson, Fribourg-Gottéron's minutes leader thus far in the tournament. 1 goal, 3 assists, logging about 20.5 minutes per game. Shot from the point, ping-pongs around and goes wide of the crease. Dave Suter first there, backhands to the half wall. Sent to the near side for Gunderson. His lead feed ahead for Beekhoff. He enters the zone. 3-on-3. And not much doing for Fribourg. Back into their own end, just over 7 minutes into this first period. Domenico over the line. With the top scorer's uniform, 4 assists, looking for a 5th. Good cross-ice feed. Desharnais. Good puck movement here by Fribourg-Gottéron. Sent to the front. David Desharnais lifts it. Won't go. Rebound. Godlewski's is there. Daniel Brodin had the backhanded rebound. And Kristers Godlewski's is up to the task. Still 0-0. 8 minutes into this first period. That shot wide of Godlewski's. The next save for the Latvian netminder, his 100th of this CHL campaign, and there it is. Right on cue. Godlewski's keeps it a scoreless tie. 5 shots, 5 saves, the Latvian netminder as we step aside. Still no score in Bratislava here in Group F between Slovan and Fribourg.
Hey, forwards, when you're back checking, make sure you look over your shoulder. They're sending guys. You gotta see them, all right? Do the calculation. It's even. You gotta find player. They're jumping behind our backs. Okay, forwards, be careful.
Nearing the 11-minute marker here in the first period. 6 shots on goal for Fribourg. Slovan still in search of their first. Slovan Bratislava looking for their first ever CHL win. The CHL rookies, an experienced team though, they're celebrating their 100th year. throughout this season. Fribourg, meanwhile, off a third-place finish in the NL last year, will get their NL campaign started in just a few days. So far, so good. 3 for 3 here in the CHL, one of 2 teams with 9 points. Dragons offside as they go over the blue line. 10:37 remaining first period. Get a look at Matthias Rossi, one of a handful of talented players for Fribourg-Gottéron. So talented that they feel healthy enough to rest some of the big guns with already winning 3 games in this tournament. Sprunger, Motet, and Führer all out of commission for this game 4. Face-off won by Bikov. Fribourg looking to further that over the blue line. Battles on, 3 Slovan, 3 Fribourg, and Bratislava wins it. The other 89, Adam Bezak. The Bratislava native dumps in near side to far. Held in at the far point. Dumped in by Di Domenico. Number 88, the first one there. Double teamed and for good reason. 1 goal, 4 assists in this CHL tournament. The 4 helpers tied for second best of all players in the CHL. It's a 32-team tournament. 13 leagues represented by 14 different countries. The 7th ever CHL tournament. 4 of the first 6. The trophy has been hoisted by Frölunda. Outlet pass right down the seam, couldn't be controlled. That was Milan Kitnar, one of the 2 goal scorers for Slovan in their 4-2 loss. The other was from Daniil Famanik. No goals yet in this one. Just past the halfway mark first period. Dump and chase on for Slovan. Fribourg defense first there. Fribourg-Gottéron, the more veteran roster. They average about 30 years old and over 800 games of NHL experience. Slovan, meanwhile, about 26 years old, only 4 games of NHL experience. They do pack over 800 games of KHL experience. Dragons trying to exit their own defensive zone. And offsides is called in the shuffle. Robert Derma, who, as noted, was drafted by the Penguins. His Slovan Bratislava uniforms, in some way, shape, or form, modeled after the Pittsburgh Penguins, at least the logo. Although it's not a penguin, it is an eagle. Face off back in the Fribourg zone after the icing. It's won by the Road Dragons. Rossi skates it into neutral ice on the near side. Pitchforks it toward the net, laid down by Godlewski's. Picked up there by Mikael Sersen, the captain. 4 more games, and Mikael Sersen will have played more games than anyone in Slovan Bratislava's 100-year history. Nice video feature yesterday of Sersen taking the fans on a tour of Nepola Arena, home of Slovan Bratislava. Giveaway in the offensive zone, slap shot rings wide. Andrew Yogin there to force the turnover. One of 2 Americans on this Slovan Bratislava roster, William Rapuzzi the other. We'll look at it one more time. Yogin. Connor Hughes hasn't had to do much in this first period, but he's up to the task there with the left pad. We'll step aside, still scoreless on a Saturday evening in Slovakia.
coming deep and out. We cannot stand here. We gotta get moving. When we have puck, right away, get out, right away. And these guys slide through. Keep it, and we go. Hey, they don't want it, let's go, come on.
No score, closing stages of the third period here at Nepola Arena in Bratislava, Slovakia. Fribourg-Gottéron, Slovan, Bratislava, meeting for the second time in 6 days. More Group F action, Game 4 for both of these teams. Fribourg in search of their fourth win, a perfect 3 for 3. Slovan looking for their first ever Champions Hockey League victory. With 7:20 remaining, Fribourg-Gottéron will skate out of their own zone. 3-on-3. Winding, now firing. That shot from Heron did not get through. Seven shots for the road Fribourg-Gottéron. Just one on goal so far for Slovan. Di Domenico carries over the line. Looking for reinforcements in white. Instead finds two big black defenders. And Di Domenico might have picked up a penalty. Possibly frustrated at the hit he took initially. I think Di Domenico got up and might have hit one of the defenders from behind. Or from right in front. So Chris Di Domenico goes to the box for 2. And Slovan Bratislava will have the first power play of the game. Quick shot off the faceoff win, shut down by Hughes. It'll go 2 minutes for roughing for Di Domenico. Slovan's first goal came right off a faceoff win last week from Mikael Sersin. Over the line, Slovan tries to set up the offense, kept in for the moment, and now backhanded out of harm's way by Mauro Jorg. Godlewski's out of his own net, finds Rastislav Gaspar. 30 seconds gone by on the power play. Far corner. 3 Slovan uniforms, 2 for Fribourg. Mauro Dufner doing the hard work. Met there by Suter. And eventually sent down the length of the ice. That was Nathan Marchand. Godlewski's the giveaway in the trapezoid. Sandro Schmid applying the pressure. It was Schmid who caught Godlewski sleeping in the third period on Sunday. Pass across, that shot by Yogin never got to the net. Deflected on the way through. The Dragons have been good at clogging those shooting lanes. Told you 19 block shots last Sunday in the win against Slovan Bratislava. A game where Slovan had just 8 block shots. Face-off remains in the Fribourg zone. The defense wins it, sends to neutral ice, doesn't make its way all the way down to Godlewski's, but it'll force Bratislava to touch up nonetheless. The Eagles struggling here in the neutral zone, and Fribourg will send it down. Jordan Bougreau will safely play it back into his zone end. Bougreau, the lone Frenchman on this Fribourg-Gottéron team. Began his CHL campaign with 2 assists in his first CHL game, now has 3 for the tournament. Easy work for Connor Hughes. Both teams execute line changes. Connor Hughes taking a peek at the scoreboard. Yep, he's still perfect. 20 saves on 22 shots last week against Slovan Bratislava. Shot for the near point, sailed wide. Held in at the far point, 5 seconds remaining now on the man advantage. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Jaskalainen being pressured by Diaz. Desharnais, Sukol in the area as well. Jakob Sukol worked it free up the half wall, but Desharnais finds DiDomenico fresh out of the penalty box. Brief 3-on-2, now 4-on-4, now 5-on-5. Diaz, right on net. Godlewski's got the initial piece and stomps on top. Samuel Valzer, the 29-year-old captain, who had 22 points in the last National League regular season. One off his career high, 23. Set back in 2016 while a member of Davos. Face-off win by Fribourg. And a foot race is won by Slovan. Sent down into the corner by Urbanic. Kept it at the point by Beno. His shot made its way to Hughes, and he makes the save right off the breadbasket. And the Canadian hangs on. Well, undoubtedly a better first frame today than last Sunday when these two teams met. It was 3-0 Fribourg by the end of the first period. Today, still no score. And we're approaching the end of the first period. It's Robert Derma looking to provide Slovan Bratislava with their first ever CHL win. Face-off battle between Zigo and Bykov. Zigo emerges. Zigo, the team's leading scorer. The only one to have more than 2 points. He's got a goal and 2 assists. Yannick Heron whacks it off the half wall. Goes down for another icing on Fribourg-Gottéron. Another face-off win by Bykov against Zigo. Fribourg trying to clear. 3-on-2 is developing. Dragons couldn't keep control. Back into their own end comes Slovan. Just over 3.5 minutes remaining in this first period. Most of the offensive opportunities have come for Fribourg, but again, a good showing in these first nearly 17 minutes by Slovan Bratislava. Shot toward the net. Looked like a juicy rebound in front with Hughes vacating the net, nothing doing. Should note that for Slovan, despite being 0-3 and losing all 3 games in regulation, they've been close. Started off the campaign with a 5-3 loss at Leksins. They led 3-2 late in the third period. Second game, of course, the 5-2 loss against Fribourg-Gottéron. And on Thursday, the 4-2 loss against Leksins. Allowed 2 goals in the first 4 minutes of the first period. Allowed 2 goals in the first 4 minutes of the third period. Well, that was undoubtedly the best stop of the evening by Connor Hughes, having to kick out the right pad, and he preserves this scoreless tie. Schmid wins the faceoff. Fribourg struggling to enter the neutral zone. And again, they'll dump into the offensive zone and chase after it. Nathan Marchone kept in at the point by Suter. His drive wound up in the near corner. Back at the point again. Shot toward the net, save. Big rebound in front. Bounces around the crease, and it's loose in the trapezoid. Godlewski's was able to point it out to his defenseman. And now Bratislava exit the defensive zone. 2-on-3. Wrist shot brushed aside by Hughes into the near side. Jakob Sukol dispossessed in the near corner. And sent out of harm's way by Fribourg. The Dragons a little bit on their heels here against the home team, Bratislava. Off the half wall, play beginning to pick up. Right across the crease, nobody there on the finishing end. Desharnais plays it across to Gunderson. Wrist shot found a knee. Another block shot by Slovan here in the first period. No look pass by Gunderson. Furthered by Desharnais. Comes back to the veteran. Gunderson central point. Back for Desharnais. He plays pass with Gunderson. Drifting, shooting. It goes wide. Pinballs right back into the slot. And taken out of harm's way by Tomas Matuszek. So now some offensive opportunities for both of these teams. 90 seconds to go first period, and a giveaway. Beno dumps it in. Kept in at the point by Serson. Toward the net, loose in front. Hughes can't find it. And it rolls into the corner. Play continues as Fribourg flips it into the neutral zone. Final 60 seconds here in the first period. Tight, competitive hockey game here in the first 20. Off the backside of Connor Hughes' net. First one there, Fribourg. Yecker took a spill. Dragons were looking for a penalty, did not get it. There's only been one penalty in the first 19 and a half minutes, and it was on Fribourg. Shot eaten up again by Godlewski's. Here's the opportunity on the other end. Look at the stick work from Connor Hughes. Jakob Urbanik, the one who was on the doorstep. Connor Hughes closing that door. Another face-off win by Fribourg. Di Domenico drifting around the net. Still Di Domenico taking the circuitous route. Steinach. Shot for the point. Nearly got there. It stayed out with 10 seconds remaining in the first period. Maybe one last chance for Slovan. Shot deflected up over the netting. 6 seconds remaining. And boys being boys here at the end of the first period. Rafi Diaz and Tomas Gigo. Now Diaz is a crafty veteran. He knows how to choose him. If I'm going to go after somebody on the other team, I ought to choose the top scorer, Tomas Gigo. There's the aforementioned Zico sporting the top scorer's sweater. Chris Di Domenico sporting that sweater for the road team. Final 6 seconds, first period. Maybe an opportunity here if Slovan wins the face-off to pelt one on net. That's how their first goal unfolded last week. A face-off win directly to the captain, Michael Serson. And he made no doubts about it. So we'll finally get that final face-off in here in period number 1. Or will it be the final face-off here in period number 1? 3 seconds remaining. Not a lot of movement. I think we'll do it again. Jordan Bougreau wound up on all fours, nesting that puck underneath his chest. Oh, and now you know why. A little aid from Zico, and that's going to be a penalty. And that is a tough penalty to take for the home team, who have put together a good first period. Again, in search of their first CHL win. And the penalty is taken with 3 seconds remaining in the first period. No, only Red Bull Munich has operated at a better clip on the power play than Fribourg-Gottéron. But we'll have to wait and see for the man advantage as we head into the second period. 20 minutes in the books here in Slovakia. Still no score. Game 4 out of Group F between the home team Slovan Bratislava and Fribourg-Gottéron. 0-0. We'll be back in just a few moments with second period action from Nepola Arena in Bratislava.
Ľudská nám prezerá, že máme 45 prihlásených hráčov, ešte stále máte poslednú možnosť ísť na www.hc.Slovan.sk. Článok please a tam nájdete prihlásenie. Čo príklad na to a chvíľočku hráme. Sú 78 prihlásených hráčov. HC Slovan.sk, článok please a prihlásenie. Nech sa páči. Veď obrázok je pripravený. Tak, môžeme začať. Otázka číslo 1. Ktorý z týchto útočníkov sa presadil proti týmu nášho dnešného súpera Fribourg-Gottéron v prvom zápase? Máte niekoľko možností. 4. Jakub Sukel, Adam Bezák, Daniel Dominik alebo Tomáš Sigl. Ktorý z týchto hráčov to bol? A 31 z vás som povedal správne, že to je Tomáš Sigl. Druhá otázka. Ktorý z našich súperov v Champions League je najstarší, čiže podľa roku založenia súperov pozaváži Třinec, Fribourg-Gottéron alebo Alexandr. Čo vy na to? Znalci hokej vyhrávajú. Je to tým Alexandru. Ďalšia otázočka. Aký názov má aréna nášho súpera, dnešného súpera, švajčiarskeho týmu Fribourg-Gottéron? Je to buď Saska aréna, alebo PFC aréna, alebo O2 aréna, alebo Swiss aréna. Ak viete, dajte, ak neviete, typujte. Správne odpoveď na C-čko. PFC aréna. Otázka číslo 4. Z ktorej krajiny ktorej krajiny pochádza asistent trénera Fribourgu pán Alex Rosa. Áno, je to Česko. 40 správnych odpovedí. Otázka číslo 5. Ktorý z týchto hráčov neoblieka dres Třinca v tejto sezóne? Ktorý z týchto hráčov neoblieka dres Třinca v tejto sezóne? 4 možnosti opäť. Martin Gernát, Miloš Roman, Vladimír Dravecký či Martin Marinčík. Čo si myslíte? A je to Martin Gernát. 31 z vás odpovedal na túto otázku správne. A tu máme výsledky dnešného kvízu. Víťazom je ten fanúšik, ktorý sa prihlásil pod menom Rajo. Blahoželáme slávu víťazovi a česť zúčastnených.
Slovan Bratislava returning to their home ice here at Nepola Arena. No score as we head for the second period here in Group F. Game number 4 for both the home team Slovan Bratislava and the road Fribourg-Gottéron. Power play forthcoming for the Dragons. They'll have 1:57 left on the man advantage and a 2-minute penalty on Tomáš Zico, the top scorer for the Slovan Bratislava club. And that could do some damage for a Fribourg-Gottéron team that has the second best power play rate in the CHL. 55.5% so far, 6 for 11. Only Red Bull Munich has operated at a better clip on the man advantage. So 1:57, a 5-on-4. Fribourg and Slovan knotted up 0-0. They met last week, a Sunday evening affair, and in that game, Michael Sterson had the first goal. But they'd lose the game by a final of 5-2. The good news for Slovan, that game was 3-0 after 1. Today, it's 0-0 after 1. And a good crowd in attendance here to see the second ever CHL game for Slovan Bratislava at home. The team 0-3. 3 regulation losses, still in search of that first CHL victory. Second period underway in Slovakia. Face-off won by Slovan. They send into the Fribourg again. The Dragons back behind the netminder Connor Hughes. 11 saves in the opening frame for Godlewski's. 7 for Hughes. Dump attempt. Ended up sailing into the netting. Well, again, this is Bratislava, but that song bellowing out now in the capital of Slovakia, that's Fribourg-Gottéron's goal song. So whether the Slovan personnel know it or not, Fribourg on the power play. That's their goal song getting played 30 seconds into the second period. Rafael Diaz, veteran defenseman, 3-time Olympian, controls. Oftentimes the captain of that Swiss national team, playing his first season with Fribourg. In the neutral zone, nobody can get a handle on it. And finally won by Slovan. I believe it was Jakub Sukol. Had a goal and an assist in their first game. So at game number 2, when these teams met last Sunday, it was Sukol donning the top scorer sweater. Today, it's Zico. Fribourg carries over the line, still looking to set up their power play unit. Not much doing so far for the Dragons. Again, 6 power play goals on 11 tries. Shot from the point. Di Domenico. Far dot. Work to the point, centrally located again, winding. No fire. This shot from the slot save. Big rebound is Fanton. Rafael Diaz was the man at the point. Not sure who fanned on the rebound attempt. Short-handed opportunity now for Slovan. 15 seconds remaining on the 5-on-4. Milan Kitnar spinning on the near half wall. Finds an open defender. Wide open. That shot saved by Hughes. Connor Hughes is up to the task from point-blank range. And the score stays 0-0. Great work by Kitnar. Able to find the open man, Guchulinik. Back on the other end, saved by Godlewski's. And a rebound opportunity there that went begging. Might have been David Desharnais. Power play comes to an end. And that is a victory in itself for Slovan. That power play clip now for Fribourg goes down to 50%. And Fribourg will go right back onto the power play. Sandro Schmid entered the offensive zone. Took a hit up high. Rather, I'm not sure if that was Schmid or maybe Jobin Gautam. We'll get another look at it. That's Gaëtan Jobin. This is merely seconds after the power play came to an end. Martin Steinhoek who saved a goal by wiping the puck off the line on Sunday night, will head to the box for two. Just as you thought the home team might be grabbing some momentum here, another penalty kill forthcoming. Well, after that successful kill, Slovan now 8 of 12 in the penalty kill in this CHL tournament. Gunderson at the point. Bougreau back for Gunderson. Goes across the way. That's DiDomenico. Couldn't handle cleanly, but he still got time inside the circle. Pass to the slot. One-time shot. Did not get all of it. Daniel Brodin. Bougreau sends to the trapezoid. 25 seconds gone by in the 5-on-4 man advantage. Gunderson plays pass with Bougreau. One-time shot, missed the net wide, looking for a deflection. David Desharnais camped out in front of Godlewski's. That puck did cross the blue line. Offsides, and this faceoff will come outside the offensive zone. Won't find many more offensive-minded defensemen than Ryan Gunderson. 1 goal, 3 assists already in this CHL tournament. And he sealed the deal for Fribourg-Gottéron when they played Slovan last week. The 5th and final goal, an empty netter. Yannick Herrin looking to set up shop for Fribourg. Herrin, cross-ice pass, got deflected on the way through, and Andre Golian sends it the length of the ice. Half the power play gone by. Second man advantage already in the second period for Fribourg. Herrin. Work to the near side. One-time shot by Rossi, saved. Juicy rebound in front. Swept into the near half wall. Rossi. Cross-ice feed to the point. Shot missed the net again. 35 seconds now on the man advantage. Good puck movement here by the Dragons. Diaz. One-time shot by Rossi, again shut down by Godlewski's. Third shot on goal during this 5-on-4. Fribourg over the line. Jorg. Onto his knees, able to further it into the trapezoid. Nearly a giveaway. Samuel Walser keeps it in the offensive zone. Power play comes to an end. Walser can't find a teammate. Bouncing puck. Winds up into the near corner. Nathan Marchone on it. Has help from Walser. This is a good shift for number 23 in white, Sam Walser. 5-on-5. Shot from the point, nearly deflected. Hughes, or rather Godlewski's, went to his knees and started to hold snug as if he had it. He never did. An active first 4.5 minutes of this second period. Mostly for the road team, Fribourg-Gottéron. Tip your cap to Slovan. The home team has killed off a pair of power plays. Marchone looking cross-ice, wanted David Desharnais. Diaz pinches. Gunderson spinning. Into the high slot. Shot from Schmid. Finds its way to Godlewski's. Christer's able to hold on. And we're still in search of our first goal here in the second period. Gaetan Joban. The shot from the near point. Robert Terma figuring out what do we need to do to get our first win. Face-off win by Desharnais. Fribourg-Gottéron sets up the offense again. We are 5-on-5 at this point in time. After 2 unsuccessful power plays for the Dragons. Shot from the point. Godlewski's gets low and makes the catch. And another nifty shot by Gaetan Joban, who had not appeared in a CHL game until right now. We noted off the top of the broadcast, no Kylian Motet today, no Julian Sprunger, and no defenseman Philippe Furrer for Fribourg-Gottéron. Sprunger, typically the team's captain, had 2 goals on Thursday and is tied for 3rd in the CHL with 5 points. Slovan wins the faceoff, but it's kept in behind the net by Fribourg. Battle in the corner, work to the half wall. Bodies hitting the deck and sent out of harm's way by Bezak. The race is on. Jakob Sukol wins it. Thrown toward the net mouth, nobody there, and picked up by the Fribourg defense. Fourth ever appearance in the CHL tournament for Fribourg-Gottéron, and they have had some pretty good success in the first 3 goes at it. 2017, they won Group F. They went 3-1 before they were eliminated in the semifinal game by the eventual champs Frölunda. 2016, they were eliminated in group play. Different structure then, they were in Group K. And in 2015, winners of Group D never lost in regulation during group play. Puck loose in front. Connor Hughes stomps on top of it, utilizing that 6'4", 230-pound frame. And that stops the clock here in the early going. Power break in the second period. Still no goals in Slovakia. It's Slovan Bratislava and Fribourg-Gottéron.
Do a face-off here. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, no more penalties, all right? Let's stay disciplined. We got to stay disciplined. Let's go.
Still no score at Nepola Arena in Bratislava, Slovakia. Game 4 for both Slovan and Fribourg out of Group F. Slovan in search of their first CHL win. Fribourg trying to remain perfect during this campaign. 3 games and 3 regulation wins. 2 unsuccessful power plays for the Dragons here in the second period. But yet again at even strength, they set up shop. Not a long-lived possession. Back the other way comes Slovan Bratislava. 2-on-2. Maybe offsides there, no call. Urbanic sends one to the net mouth. It got on goal, and Hughes is there to make the stop. 7 minutes elapsed here in the second period, and both netminders have been good when called upon. Godlewski's right on cue, hugging the near post. Wipes away the attempt from Matthias Rossi. That was the 19th shot on goal for Fribourg-Gottéron, so the 19th save for Kristers Godlewski's. 9 shots on the other end for Slovan. 9 saves for Connor Hughes. Well, we've noted time and time again that Kristers Godlewski's was not the starting goaltender when these teams met a week ago. It was Samuel Clavai. He replaced Clavai with about 6 minutes remaining in the first period. Since that point, it would only be a 2-2 game the rest of the way. That includes an empty net goal by Fribourg. So a different hockey game for Slovan with Godlewski's in the net and with Godlewski's on the bench. We'll see what's in store for this game. Nearly halfway there in this 60-minute hockey affair. Overtime has not been necessary for either of these teams in the first 3 games in group play. Schmid on the outlet pass to the cross ice near side. Fribourg carries over the line. Jobin lays the hit, couldn't get to the puck in time. We've called on Guitan Jobin's name quite often here in the first 30 minutes of hockey, nearly. Godlewski's cheeky stick play to keep it out of his area. David Desharnais at the half wall, playing on that first line with Brodin and Jobin. Brodin for Desharnais. Work to the point. Diaz surveys his options. Sends it behind the net, was in search of David Desharnais. Comes back to the point and whacked out of play, or rather out of the zone. Tomáš Zico, the leading point scorer, a good two-way player. He can defend as well. And David Desharnais thought he had a breakaway. Instead, the whistle wipes it away. We told you at the beginning of today, Fribourg-Gottéron, one of two teams with 9 points in the CHL tournament. Lexins was the other. They happened to be in Group F. Lexins continues to take care of business. They defeated Ostellari today. So now 4 games, 4 regulation wins for Lexins in their CHL rookie campaign. So far, so good. Slap shot from the center point, got a piece of the pad. Matt McKenzie with another test for Connor Hughes. Kept it at the near point by Fribourg. Now a giveaway and a potential breakaway forthcoming. 3-on-2. Pass inside, did not get there. 3-on-2 back the other way. Fribourg trying to counter. Around the net. Di Domenico hands off. Gunderson's shot goes high and wide on the near side. Picked up by Bikov and swept in front of the crease. And back out of harm's way. Preisinger. Worked it into the corner, and it's lifted into neutral ice across center ice. It's Ryan Gunderson. Fribourg right over the line. Bikov sent one toward the slot in search of Moro Jorg. Play beginning to open up as we've reached the halfway mark in the second period. No icing as Connor Hughes puts that on a tee for Gunderson. Giveaway in the defensive zone. The pressure's on from Matuszek. Has help from Bezak. Matuszek dispossessed. Bezak still helping. Now a foot race on. Dave Suter into the corner. Foot race won by Golian. Slovan trying to keep the pressure on here in the offensive zone, and they do. Good shift from Slovan Bratislava, and they've earned themselves a power play. Well, a pair of poor clearing attempts by Fribourg-Gottéron in their own end. And it results in the penalty. Samuel Balser. Both teams have now been penalized twice. But neither team has scored on the power play. Neither team has scored at all so far. And what's been one of the tightest contests of Group F so far. McKenzie a drive, it never got there. Another block shot by Fribourg. And they will send out of harm's way all the way the length of the ice. Franz Godlewski's out of his net with pressure coming from Nathan Marchand. Samuel Schmid now applying the pressure. 20 seconds into the 5-on-4 man advantage. Well, in a game like this, maybe one goal will be enough. Been a good defensive battle. Fribourg comfortable at 3 wins and no losses in Group F. Some of the heavy hitters not available today, including the captain Julian Sprunger. Speed over the line for Slovan. That shot brushed aside by Hughes with ease and backhanded out of the zone. Nearly half the power play gone by. 8:30 to go in the second period. Still in a scoreless tie at Nepola Arena. Zico in on goal, the team's leading scorer, sent it wide. 1 goal, 2 assists for Zico. A lot of space for Kichulinak, whose shot rang wide. Kept in. Kichulinak at the near point. Dealing with some pressure, could not keep it in at the point. Andrew Jogan has to fish that one free back at center ice. And the re-entry unsuccessful by Slovan. There was 20 seconds remaining on the Valser penalty. And we may have another minor. So the Slovan opportunity is going to come to an end prematurely. And it's Martin Steinuk again. Steinuk unhappy with the call. And you could understand why. Just looked like two bodies colliding on the ice. And I'd have to think that'll go down as interference for Steinuk, if anything. So during the last power break, Robert Terma, head coach for Slovan, stressed to his team after they had just killed another power play off, we need to be disciplined and stay out of the box. Well, Fribourg-Gottéron has already been stifled twice on the power play. Can Slovan stave off another? 20 seconds of 4-on-4, then a minute 40 of 5-on-4 for Fribourg-Gottéron. Fribourg attempting to possess while getting that guy out of the penalty box. And we're going to have another one. My goodness. Who will be the guilty party this time around? Second penalty on Chris DiDomenico. So I'm not sure if this is anything you can do, I can do better, or anything you can do worse, I can do worse. If these teams continue to one-up each other in the penalty department. The DiDomenico penalty, awfully similar to the one called seconds before on Steinuk, where it just looked like two hockey players kind of getting together and colliding. No malintent or ill will. 7:22 remaining. That one's covered up by Connor Hughes. That'll allow one man back to the bench, Samuel Balzer. So still three men in the penalty box in total.
Player number 88, Christopher DiDomenico. 2 minutes penalty for ice taking. Čas 36, vylučený hráč z tribuny číslo 88, Christopher DiDomenico, menší trest, bezpečná hra so zvyšnou otěkou.
19 shots on goal for Fribourg-Gottéron. 13 shots have pelted Connor Hughes from Slovan. Another 90 seconds of 4-on-4 play. That should open up into a brief power play for Slovan Bratislava. Still in search of goal number 1 tonight in Slovakia. Brodin hands off Desharnais. Wrist shot flipped up in the air and softly caught by Godlevskis. Kristers Godlevskis, the Latvian netminder, now 20 for 20. 115 saves in this Champions Hockey League tournament, more than any netminder on any other team in the CHL. We've reached another power break. We step aside in the middle frame, still no score. Fribourg-Gottéron and Slovan Bratislava.
Be active, move, go behind the Ds. Now when you don't have a puck, it's one guy who pushes, and we are standing here, that's it, 1-3, okay? Be smart, let's go.
We continue to skate for a side late in the second period. No score between Fribourg-Gottéron and Slovan Bratislava. I'm Johnny Wincott. Glad you could join us from Bratislava, Slovakia. Nepola Arena, the site for game number 4 out of Group F. Fribourg looking to remain unblemished. Slovan in search of their first CHL victory. Gunderson whacks it into the corner. Andre Bikov, the first one there. Stick came up high on Marchon, able to avoid it and into the trapezoid. It's Tomáš Žižko for Slovan. Another 45 seconds of 4-on-4. Had a bit of a penalty fest during the last sequence. One team would take a penalty, the other one right back there to counter. Good pressure applied by Žižko. Into the neutral zone, controlled by Fribourg. Earlier today in Group F, Leksins defeats Asolari. So Leksins remains unblemished. 4 wins, no losses, all 4 wins in regulation. Schmid scores! Sandro Schmid from the high slot has his second goal of the CHL, and he breaks the scoreless tie late in the second period. The 21-year-old continues to get better with age. It was Gunderson who carried over the line, and Schmid, maybe utilizing the defenseman as a screen, is able to beat Godlewski's. As noted, second goal of the tournament for Schmid. Both have come against Slovan. For Gunderson, it's his 4th helper. That ties it for second most in the CHL. It ties it for the team lead with Chris DiDomenico. Connor Hughes hangs on, easy work for the Canadian, who now is the lone perfect netminder in this game. That was his 14th save. Face-off win by the Dragons. Suter fakes the spin. Nifty move, allows him to outlet cross ice. Valzer. Ten seconds of a 5-on-4 for Slovan. Could they take advantage? The defenseman pinching is Matt McKenzie. Jogan worked it back to the point. Jaskalainen for Jogan. High slot shot, Jogan. Hughes thought he had it, still loose in front, and it'll be cleared out of harm's way. Back to 5-on-5. 2-on-3 against the grain. Fribourg into the offensive third. The goal, Sandro Schmid's, it comes at 33:59. With 6:01 remaining in the second period. The assist goes to Ryan Gunderson. Outlet pass too far ahead for David Desharnais. No icing on the play. We play on. Yecker from the point. Godlewski's has it snug. The 21st save of the evening for Kristers Godlewski's. He's done it on 22 shots. Well, it won't make a difference how good Godlewski's is tonight if Slovan can't get on the scoreboard. Lorenzo Berra 2-0 as the netminder for Fribourg-Gottéron. Connor Hughes 1-0, making his second start. Both have come against Slovan. Face-off at the near dot, won by the home team, Slovan Bratislava. Worked around the half wall, out of harm's way, and into the Fribourg third. Final 4.5 minutes in the middle stanza. Shots on goal, continuing to slim, 22-16 in favor of Fribourg-Gottéron. Icing on Slovan, and the face-off will come back on the left side of Nepola Arena. On Sunday evening, when these teams met for the first time around, the shot counter went 41-22. That gives you any sort of indication on how things went last week. More of a one-sided contest. Today, anybody's game here in Slovakia. Approaching 4 minutes to go. The overlap by Fribourg. Moving in, shot off the post. Rafael Diaz, who had the game winner 2 nights ago, hits the post on the near side. It stays at a 1-0 game. Diaz in his rookie season with Fribourg. Spent over a decade in Switzerland with EV Zug, who is also in this CHL tournament. Playing right now and leading Sønderjyske from Denmark 8-1. Zug set a tournament record their first game in the CHL this year by defeating Sønderjyske 10-0. 3.5 minutes to play, second period. Brodin on the dump and chase, has that erased quickly. Long lead feed, touched by Brodin at center ice, that eliminates the icing. Fribourg chases after it. Slovan defense there first in the form of Daniel Gachulinik. Urbanik kept possession by Spitting. Down for Jogan. Cheeky pass to the front of the net, but nobody there on the finishing end. And Matt McKenzie paws it down at center ice. Less than 3 minutes to play in the second period. And just the 1-0 lead for Fribourg. A team that has been absolutely perfect record-wise in this 2021-2022 CHL tournament. Slovan wanted a penalty, didn't get it. Dragons out with it the other way, dump into the near corner. Gachulinik the first one there. Has help from Preisinger, but Fribourg wins it. Shot from the far point, didn't get to Godlewski's. He was ready for it though. Yecker sends to the trapezoid. Comes right back to Yecker's area. And it's cleared to the neutral zone by Slovan. With 2 minutes to play in the second period. Two power plays for each team, but neither team scored on the advantage. Sent towards the net, Hughes may have gotten a piece. The lone tally owned by Sandro Schmid. Goal came just over 4 minutes ago. The defenseman Jeremy Camerson will take a seat on the bench. We told you Schmid only 21 years old. Had 7 goals and 9 assists in his first season with HCFG. And he already has 2 goals here in the CHL. The top Swiss division, the National League, will get going later this week, September the 7th. Fribourg-Gottéron will be one of the teams playing on opening night. That's when things start to get a little bit interesting for these clubs. Juggling your domestic schedule with some of the international and the tournament schedules. Originally thought offsides, but the arm has gone up. This might be a penalty. And it does look like another penalty on the home team. And it's their minutes leader, William Rapuzzi. Playing his first season of Slovakian hockey. Averaging over 20 minutes per game in this CHL. Rapuzzi and Jogan, the 2 Americans on the roster for Slovan. And the team out of Bratislava trying not to shoot themselves in the foot here. Third power play opportunity for Fribourg-Gottéron. Dragons starting the day at a 56% clip on the power play. 0 for their first 2 here in the capital of Slovakia. Pass to Gunderson couldn't be kept in. There's a 20-second difference between game clock and power play clock. So if Fribourg fails to score by the time the period ends, this power play will carry over to the third period for 20 seconds. Bad giveaway in the defensive zone. One-on-one, short-handed. And it doesn't turn into anything for Slovan. But for Fribourg, it's a 3-on-2. Shot, got a piece of Godlewski's. Just nipped the right side of the netminder. Keeps it at a 1-0 game. Matushik, hard wrist shot for the near point, goes wide. Kept in for the moment by Jogan. Slovan content with ticking some time off this clock. Milan Kitnar has the puck in between his blades. Officials encouraging them to move the puck. And Gunderson finally worked it out of there. 30 seconds for Fribourg to try and get something going here on the man advantage. David Desharnais at 5'8". Not the tallest man on the ice. Flips it to the net gobbled up by Godlewski's. After that bad giveaway, Matuszek never got a shot off. Turned into a counter, though, for Fribourg. Blocker saved by Godlewski's. 21 saves now for Christers. Former Tampa Bay Lightning farmhand. Did appear in a few games there in the NHL. .15 seconds remaining. Rafael Diaz, the game-winning goal scorer from just 2 nights ago. Outlets ahead with 5 seconds remaining. Slovan with the dispossession. And 40 minutes are in the books here at Nepola Arena. The only difference maker is owned by the 21-year-old Sandro Schmid. Fribourg-Gottéron 1. Slovan Bratislava 0. We'll head for the third period in a tight contest here in Group F. Slovan still in search of their first CHL win, trying to eke it out here at home. Fribourg and Slovan in a 1-0 contest.
Skončilo sa všetko, čo malo potrebné. Košice ťahali za najväčší koniec, dokázali vyhrať raz a Slovan zaslúžene obhájil titul z Fribourgu. V sezóne 2003-2004 vyšlo Slovanistom z tretia účasť v kontinentálnom pohári. Mužstvo pod vedením trénerov Popoviča, Pipošoviča a Marcela Sakáča vo finálovom turnaji najskôr zdolalo Dynamo Minsk Černovec a v rozhodujúcom zápase sa poradilo z domácich pomerov v pomere 6-2. Od toho prvenstva v Fribourgu máli ešte 70 rokov minulého storočia, tak mohol ďalší kapitán Slovana, v tomto prípade Sven Ziger,
Slovan Bratislava still in search of their first goal tonight, as well as their first Champions Hockey League win. Glad you're with us from Nepola Arena in Bratislava. I'm Johnny Wincott. Your score is 1-0. Fribourg-Gottéron unblemished in the CHL tournament. 3 games, 3 wins, all in regulation, and their lead, though, just 1 as we start the third. The lone goal came courtesy of Sandro Schmid with 6:01 remaining in the second period. 10 seconds remaining on the power play for Fribourg. The man advantage typically has been their advantage, 56% on the power play in the CHL entering the contest. But Fribourg now 0 of 3 on the man up tonight. Credit Slovan defensively for not allowing much on the offensive side for the power plays. The Dragons team without their captain Julian Sprunger, Kylian Motet, both of those guys have 5 points already in the CHL. Plenty of talent littered throughout the Fribourg-Gottéron roster. Dragons carry over the line. Your shots on goal, 23-17 in favor of Fribourg. On Sunday night when these teams met 6 days ago, Fribourg nearly doubled Slovan in the shots department. Good work by Walser. Been an active game for the 29-year-old center. Defense sends this one down into the other side of the zone. No icing on the play. Matushik in a foot race won it. DiDomenico. Lead feed out of the zone for Bykov. 3-on-3. Bykov tried to slide it in front of the crease, didn't get there. Instead, behind the net, it was DiDomenico. Like he collided with his own teammate, Yannick Heron. Kept in by DiDomenico. Interception, Tomas Zico, the other leading scorer. Zico and DiDomenico each donning the top scorer's sweaters for their respective squads. DiDomenico re-enters in the near corner. Carries toward the net. Sent it out in front, nobody there on the finish again. DiDomenico again, working along the far half wall. Tried to thread it into the high slot for Yannick, or rather Heron, but it didn't get there cleanly. Good work by Jakob Sukol. Goes 200 feet and wins the battle. Fribourg player is down far end of the play. And whistle will finally stop play. Try and get a look at the injured Dragon. And that is Nathan Marchon. A little knee-to-knee action there with Sukol. And Marchon got the worst of it. Marchon, the 24-year-old winger, who had 2 goals in the CHL opener. He sported the top scorer sweater when these teams met a week ago. And was actually injured in the week leading into the CHL tournament. His 3 goals at the start of the day tied for 3rd best in the tournament. That'll change, though, with 8 games on the docket today, some of whom which have already wrapped up, including that Group F matchup between Leksins and Asolari. Leksins now a perfect 4-0, all 4 wins in regulation. They've got a CHL best 12 points. If Fribourg can hold on here in the 3rd period, they will match and be right there with their Group F counterparts. Adam Lukovic, sporting number 70 on the navy blue Bratislava uniform, making his CHL debut. Carries over the blue line. Tried to deke around Gunderson, that was a losing battle. And back the other way come Fribourg. Rossi tried to split a pair of defenders, and he's angled off nicely. It was Patrick Meyer doing the defending. Shot for the point, didn't get to the net, Minor Godlewski's. Christers has been good, 22 saves on 23 shots. Walser the pass, one-time shot, got to the net, Godlewski's there for the save. Kept in for the moment by Fribourg. Jeremy Camerson searching for a lane, sent one toward the crease, deflected by Jorg, and went wide on the far side. 4 minutes into the third period, Fribourg controlling. Jorg didn't get the shot off. Tough angle, but only feet away from Godlewski's. Held in for the moment by Matthias Rossi. Good sustained pressure on that possession by Fribourg. They don't come away with the goal, but a few more shots on net. Andre Golian, the defenseman, pinching on the far side. "24 shots to 17 on net in favor of the road team, Fribourg. No icing on the play. Retrieved by Golian behind his own netminder, Godlewski's. Played out to the neutral zone. Icing will be waved off here as the netminder came out of his net. And did he touch it outside the trapezoid? I think Connor Hughes has just made a big boo-boo. Connor Hughes out of his net to play the puck on a play that looked like it may have been icing if the netminder did not come out to play it. Did he touch that puck outside the crease? And it looks like he did. Chris DiDomenico into the box, and he will serve the 2-minute minor. Oh, an opportunity here for Slovan Bratislava. And off this power play face-off, it goes directly back to Connor Hughes. We'll do it again from the near dot.
Team Fribourg, player number 20, 2 minutes penalty for the line of the game. Čas 44-52. Vyučený náš Fribourg číslo.
Slovan just 1 of 11 on the man advantage in this CHL tournament. McKenzie center point. Missed the net on the near side. Held in at the near wall by Jaskalainen. Clearing attempt not there for Suter. 2 guys go down, Suter included in the near corner. They battle in the trapezoid. Work to the far half wall for Slovan. 30 seconds gone by here on the man advantage. To the high slot, wrist shot caught by Hughes. The Canadian catches. Headed for the top right corner, and it stays at a 1-0 Fribourg lead. Still plenty of juice in the building for a Slovan Bratislava team that has not won yet in the CHL. Chance to tie here on the man advantage. It'll be carried out of the zone and flipped the other way by Samuel Walzer. 1 minute remaining on the 5-on-4. Slovan will have to re-enter. Dumped into the far corner. Camerson, the first one there for Fribourg. At the near half wall, it's Slovan Bratislava. Marsh. Preisinger. Work to the center point and intercepted. And flipped back behind Kristers Godlewski's. Only 30 seconds to go now on the power play. Not much doing so far for Slovan Bratislava on this man advantage. Keatnar sent it into the offensive zone, and it's sent right back where it came from. Maybe one last rush here for Slovan Bratislava. Across the line, winding, firing McKenzie, left pad save Hughes. 2 seconds and 1, we go back to 5-on-5 hockey. Slovan applying the pressure. DiDomenico out of the box. The 2-minute penalty, if you're just joining us, was on the goalie, Connor Hughes, for playing the puck outside the trapezoid. Over the line, the trailer. Gunderson shot. Godlewski's looking behind him, but he's got it underneath. The netminder makes a beeline to the nearest official, maybe asking, where was that whistle? Well, we've got it now, about midway through the third in a tight hockey game. 1-0 Fribourg over Slovan.
Good job, Joe. Vôbec na puku doby, lebo že oni si majú podržať, narazí, v kľude, vieš, a my to naháňame stále pomáhame, vysilíme sa, potom nemáme čo robiť. To je strašne moc sily stojí, vieš. Kvalita hráčov. Jasné, tá kvalita je chýba a potom ten súboj by sa stále žije.
12:47 remaining third period, 1-0 Fribourg over Slovan Bratislava. Glad you're with us from Nepola Arena. Point shot rang wide. Rebound, Suter's got it. Waiting, sent that one through the crease, nobody there. Lone goal tallied by Sandro Schmid with 6:01 remaining in the second period, and that has been it. These teams met a week ago in Fribourg, a 5-2 finish in favor of the Dragons. Daniel Brodin, the team's lone Swede, driven into the boards in the far corner. Back to his feet. Good heavy defending by Wallach. And eventually leads to a clear by Slovan. The foot race is on. Icing is waved off due to the hustle from Matushik. Suter on the backhand, played it back for Gunderson. Felt some pressure. And Slovan keeps in the offensive zone. Suter took a hit from Bakov. Good pressure here by the home unit. Slap shot, redirected on the way through. Hughes couldn't see it, and it wound up in the netting. Probably the best push of the third period so far for Slovan. There's the man in the backhand, Kristers Godlewskis. Took a, wouldn't quite call it an elbow, but took a body part into the head. That was Daniel Brodin's right side. It has been an active CHL tournament for Kristers Godlewskis, who entered the contest with 95 saves. Now he's got 110. Wraparound attempt for the far side, wouldn't go. Puck still loose in front. Kept in at the center point. Slap shot, never got to the net. Good opportunity for Slovan. Fribourg just holding on, skating on their heels with 11:10 remaining in the third period. As noted, an active campaign for Kristers Godlewskis, who has more saves than any other netminder in this tournament. Means he's seen a lot of shots, but he's saved a lot. 2-on-1 developing for Slovan. Backhand shot. Hughes hugging the near side post. More pressure by Bratislava, but the pass goes awry. It was intended for Gichulinek. He has to retreat into his own zone. Some momentum for Slovan, both on the ice and in the crowd. Gichulinek shot, big juicy rebound, went wide. I don't know if Hughes got a piece or not, but Milan Kitnar was the man there. Mikhail Beno keeps it. A shot immediately erased right in front of him. And into the neutral zone, Golian has to retrieve. Right back into the offensive third, Kitnar on net, steered aside by Hughes. Past the halfway mark now in the third period. That puck chipped up and over the glass, and it will stay in the Fribourg defensive zone. Great chance for Keatnar, and just got a piece of the shoulder of Connor Hughes. For as much as we've talked about Krzysztof Godlewski's, and for good reason, Connor Hughes, just 24 years old, from London, Ontario, earned the win last week against Slovan, making 20 saves on 22 shots. Today he's seen 20. He has saved 20. Can't be cleared. Slovan with an opportunity, and it's short-lived. The last 4 minutes, it's been the Fribourg defense sending to neutral ice, and the Slovan offense bringing it right back into the offensive third. Gunderson and Suter combined to work that puck free in the trapezoid. Suter hampered by Zico. The loose puck picked up, or rather, it was picked up by Suter after Gunderson was hampered into the wall. Now 9 minutes to play in the third. Slovan scored twice on Thursday. They scored twice on Sunday when they were at Fribourg in the 5-2 loss. Puck out to the neutral zone. Now an opportunity for Fribourg. Desharnais drops off for Brodin. His shot, a little friendly fire. Just over 8 minutes to play. Jaskalainen, tough angle shot. And Hughes yet again hugging that near side post, shuts it down for save number 21. Face off to come right back into the Slovan offensive third, and they've earned it. One of the newer faces today, you saw number 3 in white, Ben Chevelat. There's no Mote, Sprunger, or Furrer. They need some other guys to step up in their absence. Battle in the near corner, won by Fribourg. Work to the point, but not out. Jogan whacks it behind the net. Open in the high slot. That shot sailed wide as well. Andrew Jogan. Opportunities there for Slovan Bratislava. And if Hughes is not up to the task, the net's been missed. Slovan resets in their own end, with most of the momentum here in the third period and at home. Adam Lukovic carried over the line, quickly dispossessed. Fribourg into the neutral zone. Di Domenico finally carries over the line. Godlewski's out of his net. Backhands it to the far half wall, and his team quickly out of the defensive zone. Lukovic another try, and that's sailed into the bench. Face-off should come out of the offensive zone. And a little extracurriculars here for Fribourg-Gottéron and Slovan Bratislava. The same held true just a week ago. Just over 7 minutes remaining here in the third period. Your score remains the same. Fribourg
boys,
1, Slovan nothing.
We want to be aggressive, but be smart and have F3. We need that guy anyways for a shot, and if something breaks down, we got to come back. F3, be smart. If they swarm, we swarm too. We come together. Hey, defense, if they're swarming, we go below the hash mark, and everybody calls it.
Just over 7 minutes remaining, third period. Slovan Bratislava against Fribourg-Gottéron. Fribourg looking to remain unblemished. They're 3-0 with 3 regulation wins. Slovan, meanwhile, looking for their first ever Champions Hockey League victory. I'm Johnny Wincott, glad you've stuck around all evening long at Nepola Arena in Bratislava. It's been a tight contest and a good third period for the home team. Just have not been able to beat Connor Hughes. Defender sent to the seat of his pants. Shot on goal, and Hughes there to cover up again. Shouldn't say cover up, I should say close up. Was headed for the 5-hole. 24 shots, 24 saves for Connor Hughes. On the other end, Kristers Godlewskis has nearly matched. 26 shots, 25 saves. Lone goal owned by Sandro Schmid. Good lead pass, in on goal, never got the shot off. But a penalty drawn, and a 2-minute man advantage forthcoming for Fribourg late in the third period. Looked like Moro Jorg, who didn't get the shot off. And Jonas Jaskalainen takes a seat. Two-minute hooking penalty. Just a perfect feed by Jorg. So Valzer, whose name we've called often tonight. And Valzer immediately looking up with his hands held high. Where's the penalty? He got it. Opportunity for Fribourg to put the game away. Their fourth power play opportunity, they have not scored. And entering the contest had the second best PP rate in the CHL. Bucro, hampered in the far corner, plays pass behind the net. Kept in at the point for the moment, and now sent into the neutral zone. Could be held in by Ryan Gunderson. 90 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Brodin had it stripped in neutral ice. Fribourg struggling to carry over the line. And again, sent immediately into the neutral zone. DiDomenico, Brodin, and Desharnais look like the 3 forwards. Diaz holding. Gunderson down low, one-touch feed, didn't get there. Desharnais fed a wide-open Brodin. Under a minute to play on the man advantage. DiDomenico tried to slide it in front to Brodin, came right back to DiDomenico. Near point, Bucro. Wrist shot. Got a piece of Godlewski. Steered to the corner. Under 5 minutes now to go in the third period. 35 seconds remaining on the 5-on-4. Jaskalainen in the box. 2 for hooking. DiDomenico toward the net. Steered aside again. DiDomenico receives it back. Just outside the near circle. DiDomenico looking. Sent across a wide open Desharnais. Had the puck hop over his stick. Best power play opportunity of the night for either team. 10 seconds on the advantage. Slid across Bucro. One more to the far post. It wasn't there. Another great opportunity on some good passing. DiDomenico down low. Wanted Bucro outside the crease, and that does it. Slovan survives. Undoubtedly the best power play time in this contest. You can see Kristers Godlewski's on a knee as if to say, all right, we've staved this one off. That might have been the best opportunity. Desharnais and Brodin there, and neither one could get a stick on the puck. Diaz off the face-off win. Slap shot was blocked by Takac. McKenzie tries to pry that puck free from Heron, but can't. Diaz sent across the way for Suter. In front of the net mouth, steered into the corner, picked up again by McKenzie. Finally poked clear. Takac on the foot race. First one there, he beats Suter. Spinning, fanned on the pass. Suter's got him pinned up against the half walls. Marchand took a bump and went down. And it's kept in at the point. Shot goes wide. Hughes tries to send it right back into the half wall. Suter in the corner, up to the point, and kept in again by Slovan. Meyer, short side toward the net, eaten up by Hughes. 3:23 remaining. Still a 1-0 game. Patrick Meyer, the 24-year-old defenseman, known for his brute style, 145 penalty minutes over this past Slovak season, second most in the league. Slovan Bratislava has called a timeout. Robert Derma will talk things over, and who also played for Slovan at the end of his playing career. We told you Derma, 53 NHL games, 7 goals, 7 assists in his NHL career. The first goal he had came in a 3-0 win against the Anaheim Mighty Ducks back in December of 1997.
Hey, don't throw pucks away. Be strong and come and swarm. Every time you have trouble, swarm.
Well, there you hear it from the head man. Swarmed the net. In that 3-0 win in December of 1997, Jaromir Jagr had the first 2 goals. And then Robert Derma had his first career NHL goal to seal the deal. The assist on Derma's first NHL goal to fellow Czechoslovakian Marty Straka, who turned 49 years old yesterday. A happy birthday to Marty. We'll do that face-off again for the near dot. Clean win for Bratislava. Big drive, sails high and wide of the net. Final 3+ minutes at Nepola Arena. Slovan has pulled the goaltender. 6-on-5 advantage. Christer's on the bench. McKenzie's shot never got to the net. It's held in. Ricochets into the far corner. Down deep. Slovan cycles. Just outside the trapezoid. Diving attempt is kept in. And Connor Hughes able to find it and stomp the glove on it. Time running low on Slovan Bratislava. 25 shots on goal, and Connor Hughes has been up to the task for each and every one. Rapuzzi on the faceoff win. Slovan has won 3 consecutive draws here in the offensive zone. Fribourg looking to clear and give a shot toward the empty net. Sunday's meeting between these two teams, a 5-2 final. Ryan Gunderson had the final say with the empty net goal. Some dangerous passing in the defensive zone. Now it's picked off. 2:20 to go in the third period. We noted that Slovan has not won a game yet in the CHL in 3 tries, but they've all been competitive contests. But none more competitive than this Game 4 on game day number 4 out of Group F. That shot's blocked, chased down by David Desharnais. Can he find the empty net? Yes, he will. The NHL veteran puts the icing on the cake. And with 2:01 remaining, Fribourg takes a 2-0 lead courtesy of David Desharnais. Well, the only question at that point, would Desharnais have enough of an angle? Small in stature, but very speedy is Desharnais. And he got to that puck just with a sliver of an angle left to knock it home from the short side. So Desharnais blocks the initial attempt and then runs it down for the second goal. 4th point for Desharnais in the CHL. Now 2 goals and 2 assists. Had 40 points during the regular season in the National League, the top Swiss division. Another opportunity for Slovan. Backhanded into the neutral zone. 100 seconds remaining here in Bratislava. These Teams will only play 6 games in preliminary play. So 2 more remaining after this one. Both of these teams will have home and homes. Backhand shot right into Connor Hughes. He makes the catch for his 26th save of the night. So for Fribourg-Gottéron, if they hold on, we'll have a home and home against Lexins. They are the only 2 teams in the CHL with 4 wins, all in regulation. The only 2 CHL teams with 12 CHL points if Fribourg can hang on. But games 5 and game 6 will be a home and home, Lexins and Fribourg. Slovan, meanwhile, has not met Asolari. So they'll have a home and home against Asolari Trudetsk. Still opportunity to do some damage in Group F. The opportunity, though, today is fleeting. 50 seconds remaining. And the way things have gone for Robert Terma's club, Slovan Bratislava, it seems like they've put together a better game with each and every, which in your first CHL campaign is about all you could ask for. Of course, you want to be there in March, playing for the trophy, and to be the champion of the 7th ever Champions Hockey League tournament. But you got to crawl before you can walk. And for Slovan Bratislava, still in search of a tally here, with just 30 seconds remaining. Another face-off window for the home team. Lukovic behind the net, dispossessed by the big defenseman Suter. Sent down the ice with 20 seconds to go, another icing on Fribourg. Valzer wins the faceoff against Kietnar, and that will allow Fribourg-Gottéron, or will it, lead off the final seconds. Final chance here for Slovan, and they never get the shot off. Carried out by Rossi, and Fribourg-Gottéron remains unblemished in Group F. Your final score from Nepola Arena in Bratislava: Fribourg-Gottéron 3, Slovan Bratislava 0. Fribourg gets their 2 tallies from David Desharnais and Sandro Schmid. The David Desharnais tally comes as an empty net goal, and it's a shutout today for Connor Hughes, who has now been able to stop 45 shots on 47 attempts in this CHL tournament. You tip your cap to Christos Godlewskis, who yet again allows just 1 goal against a top offensive team in Fribourg-Gottéron. He makes 28 saves on 29 shots. But your final from Nepola Arena after Game 4 in Group F: Fribourg-Gottéron 2, Slovan Bratislava 0. Fribourg remains unblemished 4-0. Slovan still searching for that first win. They're 0-4.
športe a rovnako ako v živote treba mať svoj jasný cieľ. Ale keď ho máte, cesta k nemu vie byť náročná.
Tréner, tak dnes opäť žiaľ prehra. Keď sa tak komplexne pozriete na zápas, ako by ste ho zhodnotili?
Myslím si, že ten zápas bol OK z našej strany, mali sme tam šance a bohužiaľ, keď máme dať gól, nedáme, no a samozrejme super využil tú jednu šancu, čo mali v druhej tretine, alebo teda jednu z tých viacej šanci, čo mali a ten gól nedali, dneska tam proste nepadlo, chlapci ale bojovali o posledné sekundy a samozrejme potom posledný gól do prázdnej brány, no tak to bolo také, že vabank.
Pred dnešným zápasom ste na súpisku dopísali Mira Preissingera. Ako ste spokojní s jeho výkonom, lebo veľa toho času na adaptáciu nemal?
No dobre, a samozrejme ja Mira poznám z minulého roku, ako hráva, to je šikovný hráč, ktorý je v našej štruktúre a my o ňom vieme, ja som sa nebol párkrát pozrieť a keď sme mali tú šancu, že ho vyťahnuť hore, tak samozrejme sme ho zobrali a on veľmi dobre reagoval a určite si ho necháme minimálne, že týždeň ďalší zápas, lebo hral dobre.
Za sebou máte 4 zápasy v rámci CHL, tak komplexne ich ako hodnotíte? Dobrá príprava na nadchádzajúcu extraligu?
A nie ako príprava, ako výborná škola a ukazovateľ, kde európsky hokej alebo svetový hokej je a kde naši hráči sú. Pri všetkej skromnosti našim hráčom a rešpektu proste ten hokej sa hrá tak rýchlo, ako sa hral týchto posledných zápasov, či sme proti Lexandu a Fribourgu a my proste máme cestu dlhú pred nami a musíme pracovať a naučiť sa hrať v rýchlosti, aké sa momentálne ten hokej hrá. Momentálne tam nie sme, ale určite sa tam môžeme dostať časom, len to chce čas a trpezlivosť a samozrejme výsledky sa dostanú neskôr.
Ďakujem pekne. Mr. Coach, in first, congratulations to win. How did you describe today's game?
Well, Bratislava played a pretty good game. To be honest, was tight the whole game, and finally we managed to score one and hold on to the lead. So obviously our first goal was to qualify for next round, and with this win we're qualified, so we're quite happy.
What do you think, which moment was the most important?
I think the team that would score the first goal would probably win tonight, and that's what happened. So we stayed calm and patient, and that paid off.
Is it possible to compare today's games with the first mutual game?
I didn't hear. I'm sorry. I didn't hear what you said.
If you can compare today's game with the first mutual game.
I think Bratislava was much better tonight compared to the first game, and they played really tight, and it was a close game. So good for them. They're a good hockey team, and it was really tight.
Thank you so much.